you're just breaking up that top layer of soil here. So maybe about an inch, possibly, maybe. All right, welcome back and thanks for tuning into another video. So today's video is time to get my grass seed down. So I'm going to show you guys how to seed a lawn and how to get it prepared for this upcoming spring. The weather is getting nice, temperatures are warming up, so it's time to get that seed on the ground. If you live in the tri-state area, some of you guys already started seeding. You know, some of you guys been getting warm temps. I live in Connecticut, so my temperatures are just starting to break. This upcoming week, we're gonna get some nice rain, so I wanna make sure I get my seed down and let Mother Nature help me out and do its thing. So stay tuned and let's go over my project right now. This is the time I'm gonna go ahead and start seeding this part of the lawn here. If you was here and saw my first video, I showed you that this part of the lawn actually died off in the winter time. We had a brutal winter and my dogs, you know, had a little bit too much fun back here. But the fence actually fell, smothered out this part of the grass because it got snowed on and I wasn't able to get it back up in time. But as you can see, I've been fixing the fence. Only thing left to do now is to actually paint it and it'll look good. So now, when you see areas of your lawn like this where you see bare soil, but you see some grass, because some people ask, well, do I really need to reseed? I got some grass here. Wouldn't that grass kind of cover up those bare spots? And that's a yes and a no. If you have fescue, ryegrass, any grass type like that, you're gonna have a thin or a bald spot in the lawn. Now, if you have like a Bermuda grass or Kentucky bluegrass, those grass types kind of repair itself. So yes, those bare spots will eventually get covered up as long as you feeding and watering properly. Bermuda grass and Kentucky bluegrass will kind of repair itself and eventually fill up those bare spots of your soil there, making it a lot better, making it look better. But fescue, ryegrass, you're gonna need to reseed. So compare this area of my lawn to my middle part. The middle part is doing a whole lot better. That part will thicken up and be a lot better than this side of the yard here. Now, you do see some brown left in the yard here. That's only because the grass roots didn't wake up fully yet. Everything is on a different page. So some grass parts will wake up a lot faster than others. Some will take its time. But this is how you can tell. Because some people will say, well, doesn't that brown mean that the grass is dead? And that's a yes and no also. If you go ahead and you kind of tug on that brown part and it doesn't come out as easy and it's like, feel like it's like tugging or still holding now. See, I'm ripping this one, but it is in the ground there. That's gonna wake up still. That means the grass roots are still rooted down deep. It's just waiting to wake up. Now, if you go ahead and pull an area and it just pops right out, or like when I showed you how to rake up the lawn and got all that dead grass out, anything that you rake up and it just pulls out very, very easily, it was already dead. It was just matted down on top of the lawn. And you wanna go ahead and remove all of that crap because it will smother out your good grass. But anything you tug on, like I said, like this, now this is a green part. This part of the lawn right here is waking up faster than this brown part, but this brown part is not dead. You can pull on it, it's still rooted, so it's gonna wake up. So you just gotta give it time. Like I said, everything moves on its own pace. Some parts will wake up faster than others. So you just gotta take your time with it. We're just hitting spring. Like I said, the soil temps are warming up. So give it like a couple more weeks, and with the rain, you can come out and lightly fertilize the yard if you want to. That's not a bad thing also. Don't push too much high nitrogen fertilizer too quick because, like I said, the temperatures are still cool. Everything hasn't fully woken up yet, and you're pushing down nitrogen, like high nitrogen fertilizers too fast. It'll push the grass too hard, forcing it to wake up too fast. You don't want to do that, and you can create like funguses and stuff like that. So that's just a little overview of the lawn here. So let me show you how I plan to repair this area and what products I will be using. So stay tuned. You see, got my garden weasel here. Got a new one this season. Caught it on sale last season. So got a new garden weasel. Gonna be using this Greenview grass seed. This is not a paid promotion. This is the same grass seed I've been using for years. I'm just showing you what I use. Now, when it comes to this area here, all you're gonna do is just break up the area like this. You don't have to go too deep into the soil. You're just breaking up that top layer of soil here. So maybe about an inch, possibly maybe a couple centimeters. You just want good seed to soil contact. And this is how you're gonna create your seed beds. You're gonna break this up. Very, very basic. Now, you guys, if you've seen videos of me in the past, this is the main thing I do every spring. I don't change anything. If I need to actually go ahead and reseed an area, Garden Weasel works the best for me right now, because this is a small part of my lawn. Now, yes, you can do bigger parts of your lawn if you want to, but it's gonna take you a little longer. Now, if you plan to do bigger parts of your lawn, take breaks in between. You can actually accomplish a lot with this Garden Weasel. As you can see, breaking up the soil here. Also, I am going to be covering the seeds with peat moss. If you've been here in the past, you know I like peat moss, but you don't have to use peat moss if you don't want to. I know a lot of people always complain and say, oh, peat moss is not necessary. But for me, it's necessary because it helps cover the seeds from actually being eaten by birds. It keeps the seeds moist longer. And also the peat moss does add some soil amendments to the soil also. So, but you don't need peat moss. So people are correct when they say they don't need it. All you need is good seed to soil contact and keeping your seeds moist. But like I said, I like the peat moss, so I'll continue to use it. But you guys can do what you please. This is just a tip. But as you can see, broke up a nice part of this lawn that fast. Not trying to dig too deep down in the soil, just enough so I can create a seed bed, that's all. Now you don't have to worry about rolling over your good grass. This kind of sort of acts like an aerator also. So you're going to be opening up the soil. So actually the rain moisture is going to go down deeper for your good grass to absorb in. So you don't have to worry about this actual Garden Weasel damaging your good grass. Finish breaking up that top layer of soil. Very, very simple process, probably like 2 to 3 minutes tops. You're not trying to dig too deep down in the soil. You're just breaking up that top layer, just creating a nice bed for your seed. But as you can see, nice and broke up. So now I'm gonna throw down my grass seed. I am done throwing down my peat moss. You see me break up this soil with the Garden Weasel. Now it is a workout. I'm gonna let you know that. But like I said, pace yourself. It is a workout. You're not trying to dig deep down into the soil, just surface level, breaking up that first layer of soil just to get a nice, create a nice seed bed. That's all you're trying to do. Now you see me take my peat moss and spread it down by hand. As you can see here, it's done. I did it the old school way. Some people get a compost spreader, load the peat moss or whatever compost they're using, soil, anything, and they'll just go back and forth and spread it down evenly. Me, I did it old school. I like to keep things old school. I don't mind a little bit of manual labor. Keep it old school Johnny Gill out here. That's how I do it. So, but for number one, when putting down your seed, you do not have to put down your starter fertilizer at the same time. Me, I always wait. I like to wait 5 to 7 days to put my starter fertilizer down, unless I am seeding bare soil. If I have like good grass in the mix, I do not put my starter fertilizer down because I don't want my good grass to start feeding on that fertilizer faster than the seeds can germinate, because then that's going to force you to have to come out here and mow, and you're going to have to walk on your seed beds and disrupt the seeds. So I don't like doing that. I'll come back in 5 to 7 days, sometimes 10 days, throw my starter fertilizer down. That's not gonna harm anything. You do not have to put down your starter fertilizer at the same time you put your seed down. A lot of people think you have to do that or tell you have to do that. That's not true. The grass seed is gonna grow regardless, long as it has a moist soil and to create a nice seed bed. That's it. If you ever noticed, I have mulch here. I seed over here next to my mulch line, and sometimes the seeds get thrown into the mulch. I do not fertilize my mulch there. That's just pure mulch. But those grass seeds will germinate and grow, and I'll have to go in there and start pulling them out because I don't want grass in the mulch. But they're growing for a reason, because that mulch is just holding water, moisture. So grass, like I said, grass seed will grow as long as you have the number one thing, and that's moisture. You do not have to feed it. Now, later on, if you want it to grow stronger and look good, then yeah, you could feed it. And when it comes to feeding, I only feed my lawn 4 times a season, really. You can get away with 2 feedings a year. The only thing you need is water and good mowing practice, like I said, and your insect control and your fungus control. You don't have to pump a bunch of fertilizer in your grass for it to grow. So that's a myth there. But like I said, I put down my fertilizer 5 to 7 days later. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you found it to be very informational, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell on all so you get updates when I actually post a video. It's March 30th, so you got to give it about 2 weeks for this to actually grow and germinate, and then everything else will look nice. As long as everything is warming up very nice, we'll be kicking this lawn season off in full effect. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, get outside, get your lawn together. Remember, rule number 1, have fun. Rule number 2, you do not have to spend a lot of money to have a nice lawn. A lot of my products, 95% of it comes out of a big box store, and you actually see my results. I get great results. I enjoy my yard. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not gonna spend like hundreds of dollars on my lawn. As you can see, it got killed out from last year, and I did an overseed, and that's due to the dogs and the weather. So I'm out here again, doing it all over again. So you don't have to spend top dollars on your lawn to have a nice lawn. So remember that. But hope you guys enjoy, take care, stay tuned, and I'll be seeing you soon.